So I'm guessing you love personal development. You've done your own work on yourself, experienced massive breakthroughs and transformation, and you're ready to help other people do the same thing. Now here's the thing, it's a beautiful, fulfilling, amazing business, and it can also be really challenging. I've seen so many people get excited and start their personal development business and then not make any money, fail, struggle, and then have to go back and get a job. And I don't want that to happen to you. So the very first and absolutely most important thing to consider when you're starting a personal development business is, how do you help people? What is the value proposition of what you do? I like to call this the promise. The promise is what people can expect from working with you. And personally, I've found that the narrower the promise, usually the better. Meaning, you can have a promise of, hey, I'll make your life better. That's great, but it's very broad. Or you can have a promise of, I'll help you develop intimacy in your personal relationships or in your partnerships. The more narrow and focused the promise is, usually the easier it is for someone to know if you're for them. And that's also a big part of developing a successful personal development business. It's knowing who you serve. And that's what I call the people. Knowing who your people are. And not only knowing the people, but specifically what their pain points and problems are. Their pain points and problems, literally what keeps them up at night. What is it that you help them transform? Now, generally, I like to think about pain points and problems in three ways. There's the problem that they know they have and they're looking actively for a solution for. There's the problem they know they have, but they don't actually talk about. It's more of the internal emotional problem. And then the third, which is probably the most important for you as a personal development coach, is the problem they don't even know they have, the blind spot. So knowing who your people are, what holds them back, what their pain points are, what they know they want to fix, and also the blind spots that they don't even know about. Another part of these two really that kind of go together is, what is the customer journey? What is the path that you lead your people down? What is the journey to get from point A to point B? You really have to understand what it takes to solve these people's pain points and problems and the path that you need to do to take them on to get there. The next thing you'll need to know is about how you're gonna get paid for your work. So payment. There's a few elements to this. This is the most obvious, is what are you gonna charge, your price point, but also payment in terms of what are you gonna get paid for? What's the structure of your business model? Look at it like this, right? The front end, the breakthrough, and the big back end. The front end is all the ways that you market and promote and put yourself out in the world. The breakthrough is usually, I like to think of it as something, a very juicy outcome that people need and want right away. And I personally use a retreat model to get this breakthrough. I use a 3-day structure, 3-day retreat, right? And so that's the beginning of people's path to working with me. And then it leads to the big back end, which is mastery. So this is all about your business model, how you're gonna get paid for what you deliver, and what do you actually deliver for your clients? And how do you charge for it? What's the price of it? One of the biggest challenges that I find is people undercharging for personal development work. Because it's intangible, because it's hard to describe, people tend to drop the price or charge too little, rather than really finding out, really developing in themselves how to enroll people in the importance of this work so that they can elevate the value of it and obviously elevate what they can get paid for it. The fifth item is production. Production is, how do you deliver these services? How do you produce the value that you're delivering? Is it an online? Is it a group program? Is it one-on-one? What does the production look like to deliver on that promise? The sixth element is, of course, promotion, right? It doesn't do you any good to have an amazing program that solves all these problems if you can't get anybody to know about it. What are the ways that you're gonna get the word out? How are you going to let your ideal people know about your promise? So blogging, YouTubing, email marketing, speaking, webinars, social media. There's so many different ways that you can do promotion these days. And I'm not gonna dive into them deeply in this video, especially because I have so many videos on how to market and promote personal development businesses. And in fact, if you're a coach or someone who wants to start or grow a personal development business, then maybe I can help. This is what I do. I help coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, thought leaders, and other superstars to build and grow energy-rich, joyful, lifestyle-friendly, lucrative businesses. If you want to set up time with me to discover my programs, learn if and how I might be able to support you, go to superstaractivator.com/go or just click on the link below.